Hey folks, Scott Grove here, Dr. Groovy, GroovyMusicLessons.com. Fresh back from my trip in Hawaii. I was over on the island of Kauai. Went there just for a good time, but of course knew that I was coming home with a new Hawaiian-made koa ukulele. Didn't happen. I tried every ukulele on the island, and after going through them all without looking at the headstocks, you know, the kamaka was the biggest name there is in ukuleles, but then again, it's just a name. Got to play all the ones I wanted. They weren't for me at all. What ended up being for me was something I had only seen in books, wish books, you know, and online and stuff for no money. So you would think they're total garbage. Well, for total garbage, I sure got a heck of a uke. I ended up getting the Luna. I've stayed away from them for no reason other than they're cheap and they're made in China, and that's the only reason I've stayed away from them. I've had plenty of great made in China cheap stuff before, but when it came down to knowing, hey, I just want one 8-string tenor cutaway electric uke, I want it to be the one, so I'm going to blow the money and take my time and play every single one on the island. After doing so, this was still the best one out there. Over the kamakas, over everything that was out there, this was meant for me. Whether it's meant for you or not, don't know. Okay, so it's just the one that had everything right for what I was looking for. And I was not opposed to taking any other uke over there and hacking it and putting in my own preamp and so forth, but didn't have to. Period. Far and above all of the island stuff, made stuff that was on Kauai in the second week of September of 2014 here. This was the best uke on the island for me. I tried them all, kids. Got it at Scotty's Music. Great folks. I'll do an interview, or a review, I'm sorry, on them later on. So this thing is, again, a tenor, bigger than all the concert size that I usually play. So you got, you know, a significant size difference. Then you have the soprano, which of course, little bitty dude. Okay, so the soprano's real small, and then if you go on this side, you end up with the baritone, but then they're just tuned like the D, G, B, E strings on the guitar, so like taking off your bottom 2 strings. I didn't want that. I just wanted an 8-string, something that was nice and full, and of course it's tuned up just like kind of like a 12-string. You got your octaves, or unison, my bad. Octaves. Now finally I get a low G instead of a high G, like that. On all my other ukes, they all have the high G right there, but not the low. So now I've got both right there. And of course you can eliminate one or the other if you're good enough to get in between here and shut up one string and just pick the low one instead of just do the low one. Put your thumb on the low string, on the high low string, shut it up, and you've got different territory to cover. So acoustically, good to go. And fire up the volume. You got bass and treble and volume and a low battery light. Again, no tuner, but whatever, same stuff. found my 8-string uke, and I saved a whole bunch of money. $249 out the door with a gig bag. Again, I bought the hard shell case. Instead, I go on the road, I play. I want to take a case. I don't want to crush my uke at any price when you could buy them for $249 all day long on any website, basically. Man, what a deal. And again, I didn't care what the price was. I was going to buy the best uke on the island, and I did. There it is. So whoever these Luna people are, you made one great instrument. I don't know if any of your other stuff is any good or not. Don't know. Like I said, give me the best. I got the best for me. So there you go. That's it. Again, you've got these abalone waves going on. Okay, this is the high tide tenor mahogany model. Okay, there's your preamp. Plug her in right down there. You've got your Aquila strings right there ready to go. You've got your mahogany top, back, sides. Everything's mahogany on here, including the neck. And rosewood fingerboard, 17-inch scale. And the satin finish, you can see that right here. Everything's grayed on here, so you don't have a bunch of gunk in the holes or in the wood grain to mess up with the top vibrations. So, in the acoustic stuff, everything matters, kiddies. And it's just a fabulous piece of machinery. I'm proud to own it, and again, I'm not hiding my headstock. I'll be proud to show this one. And if anybody says, hey, let me see that piece of junk, I'll just sit back like I always do and say, and they'll be like, holy crap. It's like, I know. But yeah, always go try everything, especially acoustic if you can. Because that makes a lot of difference. Electric, you can always change. There's so many things to adjust, but on an acoustic instrument or acoustic electric, if you can at all, go try the puppy out, because that's what I did. Tried everything out. There were a couple of decent high-end things, of course, but everything weighed against everything. For me to spend $249 and be all kinds of happy, it doesn't happen every day, but it did that day. So there you go. If you want to check it out, the actual model in here makes all the sense in the world. It's UKE HTT8, which is going to be high tide tenor 8-string, is what that's going to amount to. So it's the high tide series by Luna. By golly, it's a flippin' wonderful thing, and it just honestly just smoked everything as far as what I wanted out of one of these instruments. So I can't recommend this thing enough. If you do get one and you mail order it, I hope you get a good one. I don't know if they make good and bad. Everybody usually does, but at least everybody usually has a pretty good return policy. But couldn't be happier with this thing. No kind of dead spots here with the piezo type pickup or anything. It just sounds fabulous, as you just heard. Even with my junk microphone, junk camera, junk everything, it's all just built into this little Sony Handycam from 10 years ago. Killer. And again, it smoked everything that was made on the islands. And I know they're all going to come after me to chop my head off after saying that, but hey, if you'd build a better unit, I wouldn't have to buy this. But then again, like I said, I'm not embarrassed in any way to show that headstock to anybody. Again, I didn't even look at the thing until I picked my favorite instrument and said, how much owe you? And it was $249. It's like, okay, let me get your gig bag. It's like, nah, case. You know. So then it went up a little bit, but ta-da! Hope you enjoyed it. Again, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com. Stop by for a bunch of free lessons online. Got a bunch of paid ones too. Grab them as well. I have more free ones than I do paid ones. What do you got to lose? Come by for some insanity. Come by for some groovy uke playing and some just jamming and lots of mayhem. Okay? So you guys be groovy, aloha, and to everybody at Scotty's Music, hey, mahalo. Appreciate everything. You guys groovy, and I'm in love. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.